Hello, and welcome to the first episode of UNESCO Body and Mind broadcast. My name is Parisa Tashakori, and I'm host of the first episode. UNESCO Body and Mind Wellness, a Candid Gold Seal, is a registered nonprofit organization that exists to promote inner peace practices, to protect our ecosystem, and to encourage art and craft. Welcome back. Volume. I wasn't supposed to play the whole music, but music art, it's amazing. So when you start, you can't stop. I couldn't stop the music. It really had to end. Such energetic, good music. Welcome to the first episode of UNESCO Body and Mind Wellness broadcast. The name of this episode is Memories of a Leaf. My name is Parisa Tashakori, and I'm honored to be the host of this episode. Let me introduce our guest, Zohreh Rezazadeh, who is the president of UNESCO Body and Mind Wellness Club. But she's not here as the president. She's here as the author of the Memories of a Leaf. She was the bravest person to be the first one to attend the interview. Hi, Zohreh. Welcome
Hi
to
there.
our broadcast.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor for me to be in your very first broadcast program.
Great. So we are talking about Memory of a Leaf. I don't know if you have read the book or not. You can find it in UNESCO Body Mind Wellness website as one of the many activities that are done by this organization. Publishing books that are aligned with the mainstream and vision of the organization is one of them. So that's why we thought to start with one of the books that are published by UNESCO Body and Mind Wellness, which is Memories of a Leaf. Zohreh, I really enjoyed reading the book, and it's not a long book. You can really sit and read it in a, like about an hour, half an hour, full of stories, short stories, beautiful poems, all inspired from nature. I personally enjoyed reading it. I just started and I ended in one sitting. Do you want to talk a little bit about the book and your experience writing it?
Yeah. Yes, I was born in Iran and I am in love with the mountains of Iran. And I was grown up and got my all degrees as a green architect in Italy, and I was in love with the beaches, the sea of Italy. When you enter in that sea, in Mediterranean Sea, you can feel that you are inside an aquarium. And then coming here to United States, I really always enjoy the sky, this generous, vast sky. As a matter of fact, when people ask me, don't you miss your country d'origine or Italy, such a beautiful country? And I say, I mean, I pick from each of these countries and continents, you can say, as a representative of Asia, an Asian continent, Iran, and from Europe, Italy, and now United States as American country. I pick the best of the nature they have. How can I miss one over another one? That is amazing how you can feel that transformation with your physical and emotional feelings. It's like a metamorphosis, really, that you want to experiment. I felt most of the time like a 10 years old girl that is playing on the playground and find so many beautiful objects. Can be that curiosity for a small stone or a grass or a leaf, that majestic trunk of a tree or the sky, birds, everything. And that is really something that give you that very deep joy and gratitude of your existence that you would like to share with others, no matter which language you talk and how good you are in conveying your feelings. I just wanted to share with others all these beautiful experiences. And I tell you something, when I was in Iran, and I used to take people to, going mountain climbing. It was more than hiking. Sometimes with my friend, we took about 80, 85 people on top of the peak of the mountain. And every time that was an issue, the first person pointing her finger against me and cursed me was my mother. Because I had this habit that when I enjoy something, I wanted to bring everyone with me. Everyone wasn't appropriate because some were very small children and some were very elderly people and not equipped with the right shoes or maybe, all the tools for hiking. But I never thought about that. I was only thinking about sharing that beauty. And that is very interesting how the most close person to me, my mother, that I love her, and she was the most protester and pointing finger against me.
Yeah, mothers tend to be very much worried about the safety of you and people around you more than, yeah, I'm a mother. I know that. That's not unusual for moms. And
Yeah.
Zora, you did, you reflected this joy and this connection with nature in a really beautiful way in your book through the short stories, through the poems. Like, you have a short story about your experience with a tree, wisdom of a tree. So it's just you told that how a tree help you overcome, become witness, uh, in a such a nice way. I don't know if time allows or not, but stories are not long. I would love if you would read like this story for
Yeah,
us. Will you?
absolutely. Yes.
Will you read? Will you read it for us?
Sure, sure. I didn't know that I can communicate with trees, then they can talk to us, believe me. But in those desperate situations, when you listen because you are at the bottom of your existence, or when you are so elevated, after a good meditation, you can talk, you can listen, and you can learn a lot from trees, birds. As a matter of fact, this small book is a sort of a different small beads or pearls, if you want to call them, to create a string of necklace that have different aspects, but at the core of all of them is that connection, that um, feeling to be united. And that is
Hmm.
amazing how a tree can help you, or a crow, as in this book. Uh, I had another experience, or clouds can take you to another dimension beyond this pittiness, limitless of yourself, and show you the greater picture of life. I would like to, yes, share with you, thank you, this wisdom from a tree. I was pretty upset when I came out of the office. So I ran to the porch in the backyard to find some refuge. I was looking at people coming and going with their cars. A very gentle sky captured my attention. Only in that moment, I did notice a huge tree with all its beautiful leaves and branches above my head. Hi, I said. She answered, Hi, what's up? I replied with another question. How can you handle all this silly nonsense of life? I am so ashamed of my disturbances. She said, I am more than 200 years old. In this little yard, I assist many of coming and going lives, from animals to humans, and spirits. I have learned to watch them. You have to know that in this yard, so many people were in love and have kissed each other lying on my trunk. So many fights I have seen with my senses, and I have learned over the years not to keep them inside. Every emotion, the nice or ugly ones, can kill you inside, or can teach you something for a better life. I decided to live and not to perish. So, with each occasion, I express myself with a new branch on my body. In order to do that, I had to go deeper within my roots to provide nourishment, the sap, and become strong enough to hold together all that is around me. I continued amused. So, how can you recognize the bad emotions from the good ones? There are no bad or good ones, she answered. Together, they create this dignified and majestic body of mine. Bad or good are blended together to make my trunk, my life, and all the people who contributed to that inside. They were merely opportunities to learn and go deeper into my roots, in my contact with Mother Earth. Now, I am here to share my story to you, only because you asked me. I can give you all kinds of answers because I learned to be available and generous. But you have to make your own experience. Don't be afraid or frustrated. Those are the other names of death. Reach for life and make everything good for your growth. Go home inside you, always. Go home.
Wow. Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's just how we can connect to insight, just looking and seeing the nature, like the tree in your example, and how it is just advising you to be witness, like trees are, right? That
Right.
they stand for decades over and over, and they're just there.
And they are really very generous. They are
They
very
are.
pure and innocent. So in those special moments, um, we can feel them through our nerves, cells in the core of our being. And so we can learn a lot, if we really want to listen, don't perish, but learn and live.
Yeah, learn and connect to what connects all of us together. You had a really nice analogy before you start reading the story, that the necklace and the beads. I really like that. So we're all beads around the same thread, a necklace, but it's just one necklace that we're all on it. The sky, the tree, me, you, everyone. Wow. And nature definitely inspired you on every single page of the book, and many other arts and literature, creations. So, what do you say about this, about the connection between nature and art and the poem? Because poem, this is all coming from inside you, right? Just it's 100% creation, but you get it from nature. You got it from a conversation with a tree. So what do you say about it, Zora?
I feel that we have everything built up inside us and beautifully made. We have all kind of tools and resources. Just we have to maybe at the physical level put attention a little bit on our pain, on our emotions, sadness or happiness. Why I am happy? What is going on? And that heart beating, that smile of a child, bring it in. And with that, slowly you connect with your true self inside you. Some people call it ruh, some people call it a spirit, whatever name you want to give it, with yourself. In
Mm-hmm.
Iranian language, we have the best terminology, Khoda, means self. And with that, when you know yourself relatively, not that you are able to know everything because it's not possible. And we are this beautiful, huge, complex being that even if you maybe know some chapter of this beautiful book called Zohreh Parisa X Epsilon, that is so joy giving and so amusing. So with that, you after understand that how important and how little you are. Like a net of the fisherman, no, I always feel humanity, like those knots of that net, that if some of us perish or is wounded or for some reason disturbed, it's like this knot goes down and pull all the net down. But the net is much greater, powerful than one knot. And at the end, all together can bring that knot to the surface of the water and be able to catch the food of that day. So it's very important that we look at ourselves not as such a huge ego container that I know everything. I can do everything. It's good to have a good discipline, good will, but also that sort of, kindness, love toward ourselves to feel also, accept also our weaknesses, our limited ability in understanding and even sharing things in those special difficult moments. Sit back and listen inside. Connect with yourselves, all the rest. Human beings around you, trees, nature, and in that way you can connect and come up and find again that net of the life that is waiting for you, that is so nourishing. I don't know if I could express myself. I am sorry. Sometimes I go
Well, if you ask me,
metaphoric.
you are reciting poems. Again, yeah, that was nice. Yeah. Just the connection, through establishing that connection to our truth,
Of heart.
inside with the nature. It's just all examples you said. Everyone has a way to create that connection, but as soon as we can do that, um, everything will change. Yeah. You just come out of this, as you said, pity, problems, darkness, tough time, hard times. We have a way. Rumi says that for every person, there is a ladder in front of them to the sky. They just need to realize that. And anytime that they want, it's right in front of their feet to climb up. And for many years I thought that it's about going up, but then eventually learned that no, it's to go down inside and just connect to our roots, which is the Mother Earth to begin with, and then grow from there. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, go up with your awareness, but go down in yourself and
Hmm.
appreciate, be grateful with all things that is really amazing, that gives you this beautiful life as a gift. I consider it as a gift. Maybe you have to go. I hope not everyone, but somehow us human beings have to go through so much drama to learn and
Hmm.
understand that this heart is very intelligent. It's bringing down this head, heavy head, to this heart that is so soft, so autonomous. It's always beating by itself. Every sound you have to have, at this instrument, clapping, for example. But our heart is there, all alone by itself. Why don't listen to this wisdom, to this strength, power, and learn? And I know that there is so much of good also information, intelligence there. So we can do it. Hopefully, at some point we arrive to that. Instead of
Yes.
going down, down, down to the hell, let's grab that ladder, go a little bit higher, and make muscles.
Yes, and nature and poems are definitely ways to excel. Yeah. Well, that was just lovely conversation. Our time is about to end because we have a limited time for this broadcast. Um, how about we end this with another listening to another piece of your book, Memories of a Leaf Zohreh.
I would like to share with you a poem that is called A Blade of Grass. This
So
tiny
before you
little.
start, can I play a music so we can enjoy music,
Oh,
your
sure.
poem, and yeah, we can listen with our heart, as you said. Just let the brain go and let's open the heart And I'm
Okay.
sure that we'll all enjoy it more. Just give me a second, so I will um, play the music. Sorry, give it.
A blade of grass. I put my mind at your feet. I put my heart at your feet. My body, my emotions and thoughts. Everything is yours. Everything I surrender at your feet. Now, O Mother Earth, can I be a blade of grass, simple and dancing in tune with the wind, humble and rooted in you, happy and looking up into the sun, a simple blade of grass at your feet.
Uh, Zohreh, we don't have your video. I had to
Yes,
stop. I had to stop music, but I really wanted to stay in that connection in that moment. Unfortunately, time doesn't allow us to, make it longer. Very, very appreciate, uh, the book, the poem, the time, and the talk. I'm sure that everyone else had the same experience. Thanks again for joining us. Thanks everyone for being with us for this broadcast. At the end, I want to ask you to share your input with us, your feedback. This was the first episode. UNESCO Body and Mind Wellness is looking to have more broadcasts and talk with different individuals, talk about art, about crafts, about peace, about music. Let us know what you think about this episode, and we'll look forward to hear your feedback. Dore, do you want to say something?
I just want to thank you for this great opportunity. That was fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Wish well for everyone, and hope to see you again in another episode. Bye.
Bye.